Have you ever asked yourself whether it's better to serve someone wise or to cooperate with someone cunning? Have you ever sacrificed your integrity or peace just to maintain a relationship that only drained your spirit? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful piece of ancient wisdom that says this: it's better to carry water for a noble person than to share wealth with someone who lacks integrity. This idea might seem harsh in today's world where equality and cooperation are highly valued, but once you understand the depth behind it, you'll see why this truth can protect your energy, your time, and even your future. Throughout history, great thinkers have warned about the dangers of associating with the wrong people, not just criminals or overtly toxic individuals, but people who quietly erode your principles, people who smile in your face, but slowly poison your path, people who look like friends but live with a mindset so small that no matter how much you give them, they will resent you, compete with you, or try to pull you down. These are what ancient texts call small-minded people. And when you share your fortune with them, whether that's your money, your ideas, or your emotional presence, you are not investing. You are slowly being emptied. Let's begin with the core insight. It's not about what you're giving, it's about who you're giving it to. Imagine this. You spend years working on a brilliant idea. You finally make it happen, and you decide to include a friend you grew up with. But that friend hasn't grown with you. It carried jealousy, insecurity, and entitlement. It criticizes decisions they don't understand. It sabotages progress because they feel left behind. In the end, they don't thank you, they blame you. Now imagine the opposite. You find yourself serving someone far ahead of you in wisdom or virtue. It may ask you to do humble work, but while doing it, you learn, you grow, you become someone greater, and eventually, you rise, and not because you were lifted, but because you were transformed. That's the difference. When you share wealth, material or spiritual, with someone noble, it multiplies. When you share it with someone petty, it diminishes. So why does this happen? Because small minds can handle big blessings. When you give something powerful, any trust, opportunity to someone with a narrow worldview, they often misuse it, not because they're evil, but because they haven't developed the maturity, patience, or responsibility to handle it. It's like giving fire to a child. It'll burn the house down, not out of malice, but ignorance. That's why the ancients warned, never share wealth with a small-minded mind. Let's go deeper. What defines a small-minded person? It's not their background or education, it's their character, their view of others, their relationship with truth. Here are some signs. You see everything as a competition, not a collaboration. It can celebrate others' success, they feel threatened by it. It remember every wrong but forget every kindness. It want shortcuts but avoid responsibility. They are more interested in being right than doing right. They disguise envy as criticism. Contrast this with a noble person, someone who may not be rich or famous, but who is rich in thought, values, and spirit. A noble person lifts others. They mentor instead of manipulate. They correct with love. They receive help with grace. They create more than they consume. And most importantly, they inspire you to be better without forcing you. So ask yourself, when you invest your time, energy, or resources, who are you giving to? Are they a ladder or a pit? There's a story of a young man who was loyal to a friend who constantly betrayed him. Everyone told him to leave, but he said, "We've been through so much together." One day, that friend stole his idea and made it public. He and mine finally walked away. Years later, he said, "I thought loyalty was life, but loyalty without boundaries is self-betrayal." And let misplaced loyalty rob you of your light. Now let's explore the other half of the saying. Why is it better to shine the shoes of a noble mind? Because service in the presence of greatness is transformation. Let's be clear, this isn't about servitude. It's about alignment. When you humbly offer yourself to someone whose character you admire, whose mission resonates with you, and whose values elevate you, you are planting yourself in fertile ground. Serving someone wise teaches you wisdom. Supporting someone virtuous teaches you virtue. Serving someone noble teaches you how to be noble. We all need mentors, we all need models, we all need someone ahead of us not to worship, but to learn from. There's no shame in serving the right cause. This shame is in pouring your essence into the wrong vessel. Let me give you another example. Brilliant woman once joined a nonprofit. He had years of experience and could have started our own organization. But instead, she chose to assist a quiet visionary. People mocked her. "Why are you working behind the scenes?" they asked. Years later, the two became partners. She said, "By serving a great mission, I became great not in status, but in soul." You see, what looks like humility is often the fastest path to true elevation. And this is not just about career or money. It's about relationships too. Unshare your deepest thoughts with someone who mocks your dreams. Unbuild a future with someone who disrespects your values. Ungive your love to someone who only takes, never reciprocates. If you must kneel, deal to lift something sacred, not to be stepped on by someone selfish. If you must give, give to those who will steward your gift and not squander it. If you must serve, serve where you are seen and not used. This ancient principle isn't about hierarchy, it's about energy. Everything you do is either multiplying or diminishing your essence. So protect your spirit the same way you protect your fortune. Here's the final truth. It's not dishonorable to distance yourself from people who drain you. It's wise. You are not being cruel. You are being clear. And that clarity will open doors to the right connections of the kind that nourish you, grow you, and bless you in return. Thank you for watching this video. Have you ever given too much to someone who wasn't ready to receive? Or served someone whose wisdom changed your life? Share your experience in the comments, like, subscribe, and support this channel as we continue to explore the truths that protect our peace and elevate our lives.